See, a lot of y'all want to use people, then scream witchcraft. See, if you didn't use the person, you wouldn't find yourself in a situation like that. I want to speak to my Caribbean folks. It doesn't matter what country you're from. It doesn't matter if you're from Jamaica. It doesn't matter if you're from Dominican Republic. It doesn't matter if you're from Puerto Rico. I hear this story from everywhere. And that's using people for a visa to come to America. This is one of the most craziest things that you can ever do. I understand desperation makes you feel as though, well, I gotta get out of here. But let me give you a warning. This creates a lot of hatred. This creates animosity, because what happens? You receive your visa and now you're talking about, oh, I'm out of here. I know one guy, he got to America. Once he got his papers, the woman was at work. He sends her a message that he left the house and showed that the house was empty and he took all his stuff. See, what you put yourself in is a situation where a person can either pay someone to do witchcraft against you or pay someone to do against you. I've seen this happen on numerous occasions. So listen, don't put yourself in a situation like that. See, let me explain something to you. You may get your gratification for now, but what happens down the line? See, now, the first 6-7 months, you're okay. Now all of a sudden, a year later, now you're down with a life-threatening illness. See, the reason why there isn't too many phonies and fake in Haitian Vodou publicly is because the retaliation is very swift. See, unlike traditions like Ifa, see, I gotta put it like this. It just seems as though religions in Africa, they're very, I'm not gonna say docile, but they're not really aggressive. See, I mean, when you come to Latin America, that's when things are a little different. Because now you can't get online and talk about, oh, you this, you did. See, think about Latin American traditions, right? Traditions that left Africa and grew up in Latin America. I would definitely say that it's a different ball game. Because if you're acting like you're something that you're not, people are definitely going to pull your cards. Yeah, they're definitely going to pull your cards. And I would say this, I mean, listen, when was the last time you seen a fake palero? You know what I'm saying? I mean, they exist, but you don't find them as often. You know what I'm saying? When was the last time you got up with a fake wuga or fake mombo? You know what I'm saying? You don't see those often because people understand that people from these traditions will do something to them. Okay, so you've experienced this and I've experienced it as well. When it comes to sleep paralysis, okay, night hags, I want to talk about that. In every culture, there's such thing as a night hag. Usually this is the spirit that rides you at night. That's what people have said it is. And then there are people that, I guess in the scientific language, they call it sleep paralysis. Well, we've all experienced this at times where we wake up and we can't speak, we can't move, and sometimes we even see an apparition at times. Well, I'll say this, sometimes that can be a rogue spirit that doesn't have any type of connection with us whatsoever. We can be in an environment that has a bunch of rogue spirits, and because we don't have protection, we find ourselves being terrorized, right? And then it can also be our spirits at times when we don't appease them or we don't do what we're supposed to do. They come at night to wake us up and tell us, you know what, you need to go correct this. Sometimes we can leave things on our altar for them that's not supposed to be there. And sometimes they come at night to give us that wake up call, to shake us up like, hey, go fix that. When it comes to this thing called witchcraft, not everything the spirit teaches you is for you to teach someone else. You know what I'm saying? If you're into the game of magie and you're doing work for people, and the Spirit shows you how to do something, this is not for you to teach people. Because now, let's just say the Spirit wants you to elevate in life. You can have something that nobody else could do. And this is what separates you from somebody else. So now, the Spirit gave you something to elevate your life, and now you just gave it away for free, and then you find yourself in a situation where you can't pay your bills and you can't pay your rent. See, sometimes the Spirit gives you things just for you to elevate, because now you have something that everybody else don't have. You're supposed to be at top of the game. But the fact that you've given it away, you gave away your blessings.